Nose versus Eyes. William Cowper was one of the most popular 18th century English poets and the composers of hymns. His poems deal with nature and everyday life. He is aptly described by the Samuel T. Coleridge as the best modern poet of his times. Though he studied jurisprudence, he later admitted that he was not much inclined to the legal profession. He wrote, "Happy is the one who knows just as much of the law to make himself as a little merry now and then with the solemnity of juridical proceedings." Nose versus Eyes is a satire on the judiciary system. It also mocks at the stone-blind justice in a humorous manner, emphasizing upon the lack of empathy and common sense. Nose versus Eyes. Between Nose and Eyes, a strange contest arose. The spectacle set them unhappily wrong. To point in dispute was, as all the world knows, to which the set spectacles ought to belong. So Tongue was the lawyer and argued the cause with great deal of skill and a wig full of learning, while Chief Baron Ear set to the balance the law. While Chief Baron Ear set to balance the laws, so famed for his talent in nicely discerning. In behalf of the Nose it will quickly appear, and your lordship, he said, will undoubtedly find that the Nose has had spectacles always in wear, which amounts to possession time out of mind. Then holding the spectacles up to the court, your lordship observes they are made with a straddle, as wide as the ridge of the nose is, in short, designed to sit close to it, just like a saddle. Again would your lordship a moment suppose, 'tis a case that has happened and may be again, that the visage or countenance had not a nose. Pray who would or who could wear spectacles then? On the whole, it appears, and my argument shows, with a reasoning the court will never condemn, that the spectacles plainly were made for the nose, and the nose was as plainly intended for them. Then shifting his side, as a lawyer knows how, he pleaded again in behalf of the eyes. But what were his arguments, few people know, for the court did not think they were equally wise. So his lordship decreed with a grave solemn tone, decisive and clear, without one if or but, that whenever the nose put his spectacles on, by daylight or candlelight, eyes should be shut. William Cowper. So the poem Nose versus Eyes by William Cowper uses human organs as characters, with the nose and eyes representing different groups in society. The poem uses figure of speech such as personification, simile, inversion, and metonymy. And this poem shows how the weak are often unable to defend themselves even when they are on the right side. The Planners. Boey Kim Cheng, born in 1965, is a Singapore-born Australian poet. He is of Chinese descent. He is widely regarded as one of the most promising Singapore poets to emerge in the 1990s. Boey has published 4 collections of poetry. For his artistic achievements, he received the National Arts Council Young Artist Award in 1996. He taught for 13 years at the University of Newcastle in America. In 2016, he joined Nanyang Technological University as an associate professor at its School of Humanities and is currently head of English department. He is the co-editor of the anthology Contemporary Asian Australian Poets, published in 2014. Boy's works are highly regarded by both the academic and writing communities in Singapore. The poet begins the poem by stating what the planners do. As the poem proceeds, we come to know how the planners achieve what they aim for. Towards the end of the poem, the poet depicts how the planning has affected the poet. Boey Kim Cheng is talking about fast developing modern Singapore. He laments on the disturbing and loss of humane element in his surrounding. He becomes nostalgic about his bonding with the old city. We all can hear the echoes of his words in our own hearts when we come across such modernization around us. We may sympathize with the poet when he declares at the end of the poem that the harsh realities of modernization have numbed his heart. The free verse form of the poem is suitable to the free expression of the poet's feeling. The planners. They plan, they build, all spaces are great, filled with permutations of possibilities. The buildings are in alignment with the roads, which meet at the desired points. Linked by bridges all hang in the grace of mathematics. They build and will not stop. Even the sea draws back and the skies surrender. They erase the flaws, the blemishes of the past, knock off. Useless block with dental dexterity, all gaps are plugged with gleaming gold. The country wears perfect row of shining teeth. Anesthesia, amnesia, hypnosis. They have the means, they have it all, so it will not hurt. So history is new again. The piling will not stop, the drilling goes right through the fossils of last century. But my heart would not bleed poetry, not a single drop to stain the blueprint of our past tomorrow. Boey Kim Cheng. So the poem explores the appearance of perfection in modern urban areas and suggests that it is not always a good idea as it inhibits creativity and leaves no room for inspiration.